Fans are outraged tonight after the WNBA scheduled the identical officiating team from that infamous Lynx Mercury mess to handle the high-stakes semifinal matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Las Vegas Aces. Unbelievably, the officials linked to Cheryl Reeves' suspension have been appointed to oversee Caitlin Clark's crucial postseason challenge. Many fans argue it's blatant manipulation, sparking debate over whether the league deliberately stacked the deck against her team.
The officiating crew that we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those three people semifinals playoff worthy is malpractice. I can take an L with the best of them. I don't think we should have to play through more than what they did. We got players. I think it's crap. And there's no call. And all of them said, it wasn't my call. I don't know. I didn't have that. I didn't see it that awful.
Let's break down this chaos, because the WNBA seems completely disconnected from reality. The league assigned Isaac Barnett, Randy Richardson, and Jana, the exact officials responsible for that Minnesota fiasco, to oversee the Fever vs. Aces semifinal. That decision isn't just careless, it's insulting. Fans already furious over mismanagement now see this as further proof of incompetence, leaving many questioning the league's credibility and respect for its supporters.
Let's jump right in. I want to start with the play that set off all of the chaos. Everything else that we will talk about, there is one play that set off all of it, and it is this steal that Alyssa Thomas made on Napheesa Collier. So this was at the end of the game. Fee is dribbling down, and Alyssa Thomas goes across her body, steals the ball, and then takes the ball full court for a layup on the other end, and that pretty much sealed the deal for the Phoenix Mercury. They won last night's game, but I want to show you guys the close-up. This was not ruled a foul, and I am dumbfounded by the amount of people online, even the amount of professionals online who are saying that this is no foul. And the reason that they're saying that it is no foul is, as you can see here, Alyssa Thomas reaches across, and when she reaches across, you can pause the video here, she gets all ball first. Okay, so no, was there any foul when she was tapping the ball away? No, it seems like there's no contact there. She strips the ball clean. But as you can see, the angle in which Alyssa Thomas is running across Fee's going this way, Alyssa Thomas is going this way. Fee is in full motion. You can even see, again, with this screenshot, the angle in which Fee's body is going. She is going full speed in one direction. She is running in one direction, and Alyssa Thomas cuts her off. And
let's back up and review what unfolded in that Lynx Mercury matchup. Cheryl Reeves didn't explode without cause. She witnessed Alyssa Thomas physically battering Napheesa Collier possession after possession with no whistles. The officials ignored clear contact, leaving Collier hobbling in visible pain while calls stayed inconsistent. When Reeves demanded accountability, the league's response was shocking: suspension and a fine. Her assistant was fined as well, punishing the entire staff simply for speaking truth about disastrous officiating. Fans saw it as blatant overreach, and Reeves later expanded on the controversy during her SportsCenter appearance.
Who was it that asked about officiating before the game? Was that you, Kendra? And we talked about how dangerous it can be. You're hearing it from the other series. You're hearing other coaches. You're hearing Becky talk about when you let the physicality happen, people get hurt. There's fights. And this is the look that our league wants.
Fast forward to now. Despite Caitlin Clark missing time with injuries, the Indiana Fever still battled into the postseason. Their games drew sellout crowds and record-breaking TV ratings, with Clark, Boston, and Mitchell sparking massive buzz that reignited league relevance. So how did the WNBA respond to this surge of momentum? By assigning the same officiating crew that already embarrassed the sport with poor judgment. Fans notice the pattern. These referees have been labeled inconsistent, petty, even reckless. And now they're responsible for Clark's most important stage yet. That's not just a bad look, it's flat out irresponsible.
We were trying to play through it. We tried to make excuses. One of the best players in the league shot 0 free throws. 0, and she had 5 fouls. 0 free throws. Got her shoulder pulled out. and finish the game with her leg being taken out and probably has a fracture. And so if this is what our league wants, okay. But I want to call for a change of leadership.
Let's zoom out and look at what's really happening here, because the WNBA is playing with fire. It all starts with that infamous Lynx-Mercury game. The numbers alone tell the story. Minnesota hit 13 of 21 free throws, out-rebounded Phoenix by 10, and still lost. Because the officials swallowed their whistles every time Phoenix played overly physical. Alyssa Thomas could have been called for 10 fouls that night, yet nothing was called. Nafisa Collier limped off after taking hit after hit, and Cheryl Reeve, one of the most respected coaches in the league, finally exploded. She demanded accountability, and what was the league's response? Suspension. Fines. Punishment for speaking the truth. The refs walked away untouched, while the coaches paid the price. Fast forward, and now those exact same referees Isaac Barnett, Randy Richardson, and Jana have been assigned to the Indiana Fever vs Las Vegas Aces semifinals. The same crew that embarrassed the league in Minnesota is now overseeing the biggest playoff series in years. That isn't just questionable. It's malpractice. Fans aren't blind, people notice patterns. These referees already have a reputation: inconsistent whistles, quick technicals, and disappearing when the game gets physical. Barnett is notorious for handing out technical fouls over the smallest gestures. Richardson flips between calling soft fouls one moment and allowing wrestling the next. Jana often fades into the background during the most intense stretches, leaving chaos unchecked. That's the crew now in charge of Caitlin Clark, Aliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell facing Aya Wilson, Jackie Young, and Chelsea Gray. And here's the kicker: the Aces thrive on physical play. Wilson and company rely on setting the tone inside, bumping and grinding until opponents wear down. Giving them refs who historically let things slide is practically handing Vegas a competitive advantage. Fans see it. Analysts see it. Even casual viewers are asking why the league would risk this. The Clark effect. Let's be real, the Fever are in the playoffs because of Caitlin Clark's impact. Even when she missed games due to injuries, Indiana clawed its way into contention. Every Fever game brought massive TV ratings. Every arena she visited sold out. Clark, Boston, and Mitchell didn't just make Indiana relevant again, they made the entire league relevant again. She's the most valuable star in women's basketball, the player carrying the WNBA into new levels of popularity. So how does the league reward that surge of momentum? By assigning officials who have already proven incapable of protecting players in high-stakes moments. Instead of supporting their biggest draw, they've essentially dared fans to question whether the playoffs will be fair. The perception problem, and here's the part that matters most: perception. Sports live and die by credibility. Fans don't expect perfection from officials, but they do expect consistency and fairness. Yet the WNBA is creating the exact opposite perception by recycling refs who already angered coaches, players, and fans. Imagine this semifinal. Clark gets hammered on a drive with no whistle. Mitchell takes a hit at the rim and nothing is called. Meanwhile, Wilson gets 2 free throws off minimal contact. The Fever lose a tight game, and suddenly the entire conversation is about officiating, not basketball. That's how trust erodes. It's already happening. After the Lynx-Mercury game, social media was flooded with clips of missed calls, screenshots of Collier limping, and angry posts from fans who felt robbed. Cheryl Reeve wasn't suspended because she was wrong. She was suspended because she said what everyone else was thinking. And now, incredibly, the league is doubling down by giving those same referees the spotlight again. Why this matters: the Aces are the WNBA's golden franchise. They have the Vegas market, the glitz, the celebrity ownership, and the star power. The league loves promoting them, and to some fans, it feels like favoritism when Vegas repeatedly benefits from questionable officiating. Whether or not that's true, perception becomes reality. If people think the deck is stacked, they stop believing the results are legitimate. And if fans stop believing, they stop watching. And when fans stop watching, sponsors stop paying. That slippery slope is exactly what the WNBA is flirting with right now. It's not just about Clark. Yes, Caitlin Clark is the face of the league's future, but this issue is bigger than one player. Aliyah Boston has been battling MVP-caliber players in the paint all season with little protection. Kelsey Mitchell, one of the best guards in the league, often gets less respect from officials than her peers. Lexi Hull has taken hits all year that would have drawn whistles for star players elsewhere. It's a team-wide issue, not just a Clark issue. But Clark magnifies it because of her spotlight. When she gets hacked with no whistle, millions of viewers see it. When she claps her hands in frustration and Barnett hits her with a technical, millions of viewers see that too. The double standard becomes undeniable. Contrast with other leagues, this is where the WNBA falls short compared to other professional leagues. The NBA has its own officiating controversies, but at least they issue last 2-minute reports and rotate crews to limit conflicts. The NFL, for all its flaws, doesn't assign the same controversial crew back-to-back to the most high-profile games. The WNBA? They recycle officials with reputations for inconsistency and expect fans not to notice. It feels amateurish, especially when the league is trying to grow its fan base.
Fans deserve better. Fans are tired. They don't buy tickets or jerseys to watch technicals handed out for clapping or to see elbows ignored in the paint. They want to see Clark launch logo threes, Wilson dominate the boards, and Mitchell catch fire from outside. But if the outcome feels predetermined by bad officiating, it cheapens everything. This isn't just conspiracy talk, it's a structural failure. The WNBA has too few referees at the elite level, and instead of developing new talent or holding officials accountable, they're reusing crews that have already lost public trust. That's not growth, it's stagnation. The stakes. If Vegas wins this series fairly, fans will celebrate good basketball. But if they advance on the back of questionable officiating, the backlash will be massive. The league will lose credibility at the exact moment it should be capitalizing on record ratings and surging popularity. Because, let's be honest, people don't want another predictable Aces championship run. Polls, watch parties, and fan chatter all show that audiences want new blood. They want Clark, Boston, and Mitchell on the biggest stage. They want fresh matchups. They want to feel like what they're watching is authentic competition, not a manufactured result. The bottom line, assigning Barnett, Richardson, and Jana to this semifinal wasn't just a mistake. It was a betrayal. A betrayal of players who deserve a fair chance. A betrayal of fans who deserve credible entertainment. And a betrayal of the league's own mission to grow the game. You don't grow by alienating your audience. You don't grow by sabotaging your stars. And you definitely don't grow by letting officiating overshadow the sport itself. Until the WNBA addresses its officiating crisis through accountability, transparency, and better crew assignments, every whistle will be questioned. Every game will feel tainted. And every fan will wonder not about the brilliance of Caitlin Clark or A'ja Wilson, but about whether the referees dictated the outcome. And that's not basketball. That's malpractice.
Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next story.